Everyone, good morning or good afternoon now. It's Wednesday, the 9th of March. I'm Stephen. I'm the founder and MD of Valued. Absolutely delighted to be welcoming you today live on our Facebook page and our Facebook community as well. We have around about 100, people actually watch these live sessions over the course of a couple of days. So, welcome. Please do, if you have any comments, any thoughts, any feedback you want to share, do pop it into the comments on the page. Always great to actually hear. Be lovely just to get a hi, hear who's actually watching us live now as well. For the next 10, 15 minutes max, I'm going to talk about establishing your zone of genius. Sounds very grand, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely fantastic. What the heck is a zone of genius? It's where you actually understand where you fit in your business. It's where you understand what your role is within the business. It's too many times in the last 20 odd years that I've been doing this as a business owner, as a junior in the team, where actually I struggled. And I struggled because I had too many things on my to-do list. I had too many things that I had to do on a daily basis. I didn't even get them onto a to-do list. I ended up my old partners sending me on to do a time management course. Sorry, I just wish I had more time at the end of that. How many people are like that? To me, what we've got to do is we've got to establish what it is that we love doing within our business. We talked it last month around about the 10 hats approach. What hats do we have to wear within our business? How many hats can we actually delegate? How many hats do we want to control? But the zone of genius is all around you. It's around you as that individual, as that business owner, as that employee, as that manager. It's about taking time to understand that your to do list is too long. It's about taking time to understand that you're going to go to bed on a night time. You're going to think, what did I do today? I was too busy. I wish I had more time. It's about understanding that a lot of business owners feel this pressure, feel this pain, feel inadequate, that they can't actually do everything that they set to do out in a day. There's many, many businesses out there that actually provide to-do list software, that do project manage software, that do all sorts. That's meant to help you. But how does it really help you to create your zone of genius? I'm going to speak personally about me as an individual just for a moment. Around about a year and a half ago, I was actually really, really suffering. In fact, I'll tell you, it was July 2020. The pandemic had started. We were working so hard to try and help our clients, to try and support our clients, to get them through COVID, through the pandemic. We didn't know. We didn't sign up for it being such a long time that we'd all be off. But we're working so hard. I actually felt like I couldn't delegate to my team. I wanted to delegate, but I seen them working so hard that I couldn't give them anything else. I felt bad if I was to give them anything else. A business mentor, motivational speaker, a gentleman called Brad Burton, actually had a 10-minute phone call with myself. And in that phone call, he shared a piece of advice. I actually shared it with another client yesterday. He says, life's like a bottle of pop. That bottle of pop is being shook right now. So imagine you've got a bottle of Coke, Fanta, whatever it might be, fizzy pop, and it's being shook. And as this bottle of pop is being shook, what's actually happening is the pressure's building up and building up and building up. What you need to do is you need to relieve some of the pressure. You need to just turn the bottle of pop to let a little bit of the air out. You don't turn it fully because it'll explode, but you let a little bit out, little by little. We've all done where we've dropped a bottle of pop after we've been in the supermarket or wherever. I remember the next thing that he said to me, he says, could you take 2 weeks off in your business? I went, Brad, you're mental. You've got no chance whatsoever. Take 2 weeks off. There's a thing called COVID. Have you not seen? Of course he had. He ran a networking business. He was affected significantly. But he actually turned around and said, will your business be screwed if you end up taking 2 weeks off? I went, no. Other people will step up. Other people will do bits. He said, well, why don't you take some time off now? And he encouraged me actively to take 1 day a week off. I went, Brad, you're mental. You've got no chance whatsoever. But I did, because the following week was my birthday. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take my birthday off. I'm going to spend some time with the family. So I did that. The week after, I did it again. And all of a sudden, I found out that I could actually get a little bit of breathing space. I could actually become a better person, a better business owner. And it was really, really tricky for me to release some of that pressure. But what we tend to do as business owners, we tend to go out there, we read the books, we listen to the podcasts, we look at Instagram, we say that everyone is better than us. We watch the news. The news tells us that there might be a nuclear war. The news tells us we might be going into World War III. The news tells us that COVID was killing everybody. The news tells us that businesses are really suffering. And all these things I can't influence. I genuinely cannot influence. So what I did 2 days ago, because I could feel the pressure rising again in myself, was I deleted all the news apps off my phone. I'm not watching the news. I don't plan to watch the news. If there's something important I need to know about world affairs, I'll see it on Facebook. I'll see it on social media. My wife, my friends will tell me if it's that important to me. Because what I've got to do is I've got to make sure as a business owner that I am in my zone of genius. I'm in the area where I can make a huge difference. There's 20 of us within Valued. As a business owner, sometimes it's really, really lonely. Sitting there thinking, if I screw up, there's 20 mortgages getting paid on the back of the wages that we're paying here. There's a lot of families. If we don't do right and we don't advise clients right, there's lots of issues that can come on the back of that. So I've got to be in the right zone. I've got to be in the right place to advise clients. And to do that, I need to be in my zone of genius. How do I actually get myself into the zone of genius? One of the things that I do is I switch off. I realize that actually I cannot change the world. I can't change what's happening in Ukraine. I really wish that I could. I wish I could press the magic button. I can donate. Valued as donated via B1G1. We've donated money to help and support people that are being affected right now. We can do that, but I can't go out and stop a tank. I can't stop a missile and things like that. I really wish I could, but I can't. So I've had to switch off some of that stuff. I've had to say that actually I can't watch the news 24 hours a day. If I watch that, that brings me down. I've also got to find out what actually motivates me, what actually inspires me. And one of the things that I realized a little while ago was my life is like a glass of water. You may have heard me say this before. Let's say that here to here is my family, the most important thing in my life. There to there's clients, it's work, bit of social, bit of fitness. And we've got this little bit at the top, this capacity. What happens is someone comes along with a problem. Someone comes along with a moment, Ukraine, whatever it might be, and it fills it up. And what I realized personally is that instead of allowing myself that bit of capacity to be in that zone of genius, what I'm actually doing is it overflows, my glass overflows. And I thought, oh, that's all right because it's stuff. It gets done later. I'll work a few extra hours. No, what overflows in my life is a bit that's most important to me, my family. And it was only when I actually sat with Kate, Lucy, and Jessica that I realized that that was the case. I realized that actually to be the best husband, the best dad, the best business owner, I have to bring my A game. I have to make that difference. And it's really, really important to be able to do that. What we've also got to do is we've got to take some time out for ourselves as business owners. We've got to find out where our zone of genius is. Zone of genius is also known as blue sky thinking. It's where you actually realize what it is that you're wanting to do. For me, it was always near water, at a beach, at a river. I love the sound of running water. Absolutely love it. But it also gives me the moment to think. For a lot of clients, it's when they're in the shower, when they're having the breakfast. It's also when I'm getting a shave sometimes for me. It's when we actually think about what it is that we're really wanting to achieve. When we give ourselves the capacity by releasing some of that pressure valve that we put on ourselves, when we actually think about what it is that we're trying to achieve. When it is that we give ourselves that moment without the stress, without the heartache, without the worry, without the overflowing cup, we buy some time for ourselves to understand what it is we're trying to achieve. My advice is sit with a piece of pen and paper, blank sheet of paper, and write what it is that you like to achieve. Write what it is that's important to you. When you've done that, that's your why, that's your purpose. There's some lives that we've done for over the last 6 months. Go back, check those videos out. We'll put some links back to it. Once you've done that, get another sheet of paper and just keep it at the side of your desk and just write everything that you do on a daily basis. Every single thing. And when you've done that, highlight it. So get your book. There's mine. Get your book and highlight it. Put it into 4 different categories. First category, it's not great, you don't enjoy. Second category, you're good at it and it's enjoyable. Third category, you love doing it, you excelled at it. Fourth category, what it is that really, really you're passionate about. It motivates you. One of the things that I love doing is helping business owners to achieve their goals. One of the things that I am so passionate about is seeing business owners achieve their goals. If I'm having a bad day, if I'm having a day where actually I can't help because I've had an argument with Kate, the kids have been a little whatever, I'm late for meetings, my diary's overflowed, how can I go and make an impact? How can I take the time out to focus, to bring my A game, as Nigel Risner says, to be in the room? How can I do that if I'm letting all this other stuff overtake my life? So when you've wrote these lists of what it is that you need to do and you are doing, have a look and see, what do I need to delegate? What can I pass to other people on the team? What can I outsource to someone else? What can I just stop doing because I'm putting pressure on myself to do this? What can you do to make these changes? Because it's so, so important that you have a happy life. I talked a while ago about your vision, your purpose, your why, the Simon Sinek stuff. You'll notice when we're doing these lives, a lot of it is around the people, because that is my passion. That's from the bottom of my heart what I'm trying to help people with. I've been doing this for too many years. I've had too many clients that have started the business, passed it on to the next generation, retired and died. Too many business owners that have done that. And they haven't lived their life. They haven't lived that bit at the end where they've worked and worked and worked. They've sold the business and guess what? This is freedom. No, it's not. You've got to live your life on a daily basis. You've got to make sure that you are doing what's important to you, your why, your purpose. So please do that. Find out what your zone of genius is. Find out where you get your thinking time and write down what it is you really want to achieve. Really, really want to achieve. Because it's critical that you actually do what makes you happy. Life's too short. Life is genuinely too short to do otherwise. One of the things, if you said to me 2 years ago, Stephen, you're going to walk a marathon, I would have went, you are absolutely mental. There's no chance whatsoever. It's not on my list. It's not on anything I want to do. You'll notice behind me there, I've got various medals. One of them is for walking a marathon. I've got 2 more marathons I'm doing this year. Why? Because part of my zone of genius, part of when I get my thinking space to be the best that I can be, is when I'm out walking. A natural extension of walking was doing a marathon. Some people think I'm crazy. I'm doing it because I want to make a difference. I want to raise some money for Macmillan. But also, it's helping me to be the best person I can be. But it's also given me the time to actually make a difference. I'd love any feedback that anybody's got, anything that actually makes sense and that you've heard, anything that you think, you know what, this is what I need to do to make a difference to my life. Because what I know is that when I'm speaking to clients now, it's not necessarily about profit and loss and balance sheet and creditors and debtors. It's about what's up here. It's about the pain, the suffering, the heartache that business owners have right now, where they're turning around and they're saying, you know what, I wish I could do things differently. We as business owners put so much stress on ourselves, so much stress on ourselves. If you need someone to give you permission to stop doing that, have permission, because the only person that can change your life is you. And as business owners, we put so much pressure on ourselves. Michael, thank you so much for your comment there. Michael's put on there that he did exactly the same. Michael and I were having a discussion a couple of days ago about this, and he's put that anything that continuously puts negative stuff on his phone, any negative content is erased from his phone instantly. There's lots of other stuff that we can all do. We can all help each other with. Big thing for me is as a community, we can all make a positive impact on each other. We can all help each other. So please identify your zone of genius. Identify where you actually make a difference. Identify what it is you're trying to do and grab that time, wherever it happens to be. Make that time, put that appointment in your diary, even if it's for 3 weeks' time, 2 weeks' time, 2 months' time, a year's time. Put some time in your diary to make time to put you first, to understand your zone of genius, to understand what difference you can make personally, to then go out and make that difference. As always, what I do is at the end of the week, I'll clock up the number of comments, the number of views and everything on these posts. We will do a blog. We'll put the blog on the newsletter. Please do sign up for our newsletter. If you go to our website, www.yourvalued.co.uk, there is a link to the newsletter on there. Please do subscribe to the newsletter. We're going to have a lot more content coming out around thought leadership, a lot more content around the people. Yeah, if you want things like HMRC tax tables, that'll be there as well, but you're going to go off to HMRC's website to get that. You're not going to find that on our website predominantly. It is there, but you won't get that stuff in newsletters. What we're aiming to do is actually give you some thought leadership, to give you some guidance, to give you some inspiration on how you as a business owner can make a difference and how you as a business owner can actually put yourself first. There's lots of books out there. There's lots of podcasts. I'm going to create a different thread around the books and the podcasts that I listen to personally. I would love some feedback about what others are being listened to. Please drop them in the chat. There's some stuff out there that's really inspirational, that kind of gives you this permission to make a difference yourself, to put yourself first. There's a book out there. I was looking at it for a client yesterday called Make Time. Absolutely phenomenal book. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'll certainly put that on there. I'm actually going to buy it for the client that I was speaking to yesterday. If they're watching it, you know who you are. But fundamentally, you can make a difference. Fundamentally, you can look at your business. You can get into your zone of genius and you can make an impact. As I was saying there, part of when we add up the numbers of who's watched this, who's commented, is that we, as valued, make an impact. And through B1G1, we will contribute money. We're going to make a donation on behalf of the number of people who've interacted with this. So please do leave some comments. You do make an impact to give clean running water to people that are less fortunate to us, and also to the people of Ukraine as well. Thank you very much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Michael's just popped up a quick one there. Currently reading the Guide to a Good Life. Absolutely love that. I haven't read that one, Michael, so I shall pick that one up as well. So thank you for that. Thank you. There's lots and lots of different things out there, but as I say, more than happy to have a conversation with anybody that we can make an impact with as well. So please do get in touch. Have a wonderful day, and I shall catch up with you soon. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.